Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Richard, and here is a 2016 Tiger XRT, 23,000 miles on it, all service history, everything's running perfect. Currently worth maybe £4,000 to £5,000, could be worth £3,000 or less in the near future, based on the escapades of Superbike Factory, going into or applying for administration. Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing well. Did I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening? I can't remember. My God, 3% dementia coming in. My goodness me, it's a beautiful day, hence why I've got the air jacket on. Do you know when you wake up and you think, how much is my bike worth? I'm going to stick it on Facebook Marketplace for 4,500 and see if anybody gets a bite and starts inquiring about it, yeah, and then you don't really want to sell it. You just want to know if it's worth 4,500 or maybe £5,000 as a number. Yeah, do you know that process where you'd like to know if it's worth anything on the market? We do that sometimes just to see if anybody takes the hook. Yeah, and then you say, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's sold," and it hasn't really sold. When you apply for administration, that's not like tasting the water. I've been watching a couple of YouTubers saying it. Oh, it doesn't mean anything. It means everything. You don't apply for administration because things are all right and you just want to see what's going to happen. Yeah, I'm not saying that Superbike Factory is going to collapse and everything like that, but you don't apply for administration just to test the water. Does anybody disagree with me? You tell me. You tell me. My goodness. So, this is a real serious situation. And I'm not taking advantage of the negative news. I'm just making sure that we all understand what game we're playing here. Not only is it a bad situation, but there's going to, if anything goes bad on this, there's going to be an influx of thousands of second-hand bikes on the market, which means this Triumph Tiger will reduce in value and your bike may reduce in value as well. I'm just saying, yeah? And the ramifications of this could last for a good, just hang on a second, could last for a good 2 or 3 years, because the volumes that we're talking that Superbike have in their inventory are ginormous. They're not going to be sold within 3 weeks. The marketplace in the UK, for whatever reason, is absolutely stagnant. Absolutely stagnant. I know lots of new bikes are being sold with cash. And that's okay. There's a lot of people that are cash rich at the moment, which is good news. But when it comes to finances, at the Potteries, they're not taking many finance applications. People are coming in with cash and buying the bike outright, which is okay, which is a good thing. But let's go for a ride, and let me tell you a couple of things, right? If I was looking for another bike at this moment in time and about to lay a deposit, I would be just a little cautious. Just a little cautious. Here we go. Here we go. Beautiful day. Absolutely gorgeous. Riding the Staffordshire roads. Doing nothing particularly much on this Monday. This comes out on Tuesday. Come on, get in first gear. And we've got we've got to think about this. So, right, okay. So, at Superbike Factory, I suspect there are a number of people that's laid a deposit on a motorbike, and now access to that motorbike is not available or whatever, and they are fearing that they may well have lost their deposit. That could be true or could be not. That's happened in the past, it'll happen again in the future. There's not too much rocket science to this. How can you mitigate that? If you're going to leave a deposit on a Visa card, not a debit card. Because if anything goes wrong, at least Visa will be on your side. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Visa take about 90 days to pay the receiving company. So they hold the money back. So if anything goes wrong within 3 months, you can get in touch with Visa and they'll claw the money back and then give it you back. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. It used to be 90 days. So if you're going to lay a deposit down, lay it down by a Visa card. If the business is good, they'll have no problems about you paying via a Visa card. No problems at all. There will be people that have left their motorcycle in there, Superbike, for repair, servicing, all that good stuff. Maybe they won't have access to their bike. I am sure when the doors open up again, because as an asset, Superbike does not own that asset. They're offering a service. Then getting that bike back should not be a problem. No problem at all. If you've paid in full or with a debit card for a bike, either part payment or full payment, and you're waiting to collect it, you might be in not a great situation, because when everything is stripped, assuming it gets stripped, the money first goes to the people that fund the business. Then it goes to the shareholders. Then it goes to the person that paid the money. Correct me if I'm wrong. Seen this before? You can always buy a bike on a Visa card to protect yourself, assuming you've got enough credit on your Visa card. Always use your Visa card. Always go in with if they ask for £1,000 deposit, tell them no, £200 or £100 or £50, whatever you can afford to lose. Yeah? Giving them a £2,000 deposit for a motorbike does not mean that you're going to get a better service. Not at all. A deposit is a deposit. Make it payable via a Visa card. Visa will then look after you. If the business is liquid, then using a Visa card and holding it back shouldn't be a problem. And this is for anything really, not just for motorbikes. This is a real crap situation. The ramifications of this over the next few years in the UK could be horrendous. All the dealers up and down the country will be watching this like a hawk, because their second-hand bikes will have, that they have for sale, will have to change maybe, assuming their inventory from Superbike gets put on the market for a good price. All the accountants want is the money back to pay investors and then shareholders. That's it. They're not bothered about anybody else. We've seen this before in the past. This is not rocket science. Just because it's motorcycles doesn't mean anything different. The whole marketplace has become stagnant over the last sort of 6 months. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Let's go right here. Oops. Let's give this guy a bit of space. There we go. Going exceptionally slow. Don't know why. Oh, beautiful ride. So, just think about it. Like I say, Superbike Factory are not testing the water when they apply for administration. This is not, oh, let's see what happens. It doesn't work that way. They didn't wake up one Wednesday morning and thought, I'll tell you what, this is what we'll do today. It doesn't work like that. Oh my goodness, it's windy and noisy. Let this car overtake me if there's no one. Wow, it's noisy. Or maybe it's this helmet. Wow. What's your thoughts on this? You know, if Superbike Factory opened its doors tomorrow, would you go in and lay a deposit on a motorbike? Would you buy a motorbike that day and walk out with it? Unless it was a crazy price, yeah? You know, a crazy price in your favour. There we are, put cruise control on, 30 mile an hour, I don't get a speeding ticket. Cruise control, easiest thing to have. Wonderful day, wonderful. I think I'm going to go out and get a coffee, a latte. A latte. I'll have a latte with milk, please. Only fools and horses. This is a sad situation. I'm sure over the next weeks, because this is going to be the talk of the town. This will be the talk of the town for the next weeks. I'm sure over the next days we'll hear what the situation is. I mean, they only make 8 million profit out of 83 million turnover. So the actual cost to the business are like 75 million. 75 million to get 8 million pre-tax. That's not a lot of profit. But then again, I'm not in the motor industry, so I don't know what their profit margins are. Are they good or are they bad? You tell me. You tell me. I feel really sad for the employees, because they'll now be wondering what's happening next. Terrible situation, I guess. And I mean, the UK, to tell you the truth, it doesn't surprise me. The UK's become stagnant. I've said this in past videos. No one's spending any money. Everybody's getting a bit scared. And I understand that. Everybody's getting scared. You know, I just look at YouTube, the revenue that I earn now has halved, so I've got to go other places. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to Dickie's Car World. Yeah, I'll slap up a picture now. Hopefully, the sponsor's going to come through. I'm waiting for emails. So I'm having to shift my focus to another potential revenue generator because eBay's halved. No one's subscribing. So if you're not subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you did subscribe. If you are subscribed, I thank you very much. It is much appreciated. Always. It'd be a sad thing if this Tiger becomes worth £3,000 or less. Or less. Because then if that's the case, it'll stay in my inventory, as will the GSX 1400. Not that I mind. I don't mind at all. Right. Tell me your thoughts. Ride safely. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Ride safely.